Hi, my name is Ivy. Today I wanted to talk to you about what is going on in public school and some private school classrooms. Today students are being indoctrinated in progressive ideas. More and more parents are becoming aware of what is happening in our classrooms and are exiting schools at an ever-increasing rate. Now in this video, in Loudoun County, Virginia, a teacher resigns over the requirement to teach critical race theory. The video I am going to show you is a news story by Fox News about one teacher standing up against critical race theory. This teacher made a passionate argument about why critical race theory shouldn't be taught in our schools. It only takes one person to stand up and start the fight. Before you dismiss what she is going to say, I promise you that this fight is taking place to some degree in almost all public schools in the country. However, what she presents should be horrifying to all parents who have children attending public school. Listen now to her compelling story of why she resigned over critical race theory.
Emotions running very high and hot at another school board meeting in Loudoun County last night. Parents calling out the school's social justice agenda as one teacher declares she has had enough.
Within the last year, I was told in one of my so-called equity trainings that white, Christian, able-bodied females currently have the power in our schools, and that, quote, this has to change. You shut the doors to the public, as well as the emails sent by the superintendent last year reminding me that a dissenting opinion is not allowed, even to be spoken in my personal life, going so far as to send a form to my colleagues and I, encouraging us to fill it out. I quit your policies, I quit your trainings, and I quit being a cog in a machine that tells me to push highly politicized agendas on our most vulnerable constituents, the children.
Author Douglas Murray joins us now to react. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Douglas, you can tell she's obviously emotional. She probably doesn't want to leave these kids in that school district without having her teachings, but she's forced to. It's forcing good teachers to leave. What's your reaction?
Yeah, this woman, Laura Morris, who's the teacher we just heard from, who resigned, really should be applauded, I think. It's clear from the tape how distressed she is about having to take this decision, but she felt she had to for reasons of conscience. As she says there, you know, it's a privilege to be a teacher. It's a privilege to help the next generation of young Americans grow up, to think, to be informed, and to be able to go out into the world. And it's clear, as she says to the Loudoun County Board, that's not a priority, actually, to the local school authorities. In fact, in their priority system, it's things like equity class. She refers there to the equity class that says that there is a privilege in being a white, female, able-bodied Christian teacher, and that this has to change. And the thing is, we all have to ask, as she did, why? What's wrong with being a white, Christian, able-bodied female teacher? What's wrong with it? If you're a good teacher, we should celebrate that. But that's not what's been happening. And so for reasons of conscience, she's decided to resign. And I think people should applaud that.
The superintendent, she says also, in addition to the white Christian thing, she said the superintendent sent out an email saying you're not allowed to have a dissenting opinion. There's a picture of the superintendent. And if you do disagree with our district and you even talk about it in your private life, other teachers should snitch on you. And he sent out a form to all the teachers. What about free speech? Why can't you disagree with what they're trying to tell you to teach?
Yeah, it's free speech, freedom of conscience, freedom of belief. They're all just being ridden roughshod over by pompous, bloated authorities like this one. You know, they have no right to tell American teachers that they cannot dissent from this completely newly invented orthodoxy. And this can't be stressed enough. What the Loudoun County Board is doing is an ideology invented practically yesterday. There is no need for them to roll it out across the entire county or indeed across all of America. And there is every right of Americans, including American teachers, to at the very least raise concerns about this, to object to it. But this is something we're going to see a lot more of. We need more heroes, and we've just seen one.
And at the end, she said, I call on families to flood the private schools. Maybe that's where she'll get her next job. Thank you so much, Douglas, for coming on with us.
It's a great pleasure.
Do you know if teachers at your school are against this liberal agenda? How about parents? You heard how this teacher was being forced to teach these subjects by the school board and teachers union. They sometimes were instructed by their school leaders to hide some of what they are teaching from the parents. As a parent, you will need to get more involved in your child's school if you want to really know what your child is learning. We suggest that parents get involved in the PTA and attend school board meetings to see who on the school board is pushing a liberal agenda. The first step is to attend a school board meeting to see what the school board has on its agenda. At this meeting, see if there is already an active group as fighting the progressive agenda being implemented in your child's school. The next step would be to join an existing group if it exists, and if not, form a group of like-minded parents to stand up for your students. The purpose of the group would be to educate parents as to what is going on in the school system and to run conservative candidates for your local school board. To educate yourself and others in what is going on in our schools, go to the Nehemiah Resets website and look at our cultural issue videos under the training menu item. The Nehemiah Reset website is located at nehemiahreset.org. We encourage you to stand up for righteousness in your community. I hope to see you again soon in another video.